So what is energy? I mean, I've been acting like we all know what energy is, but do we? I mean, energy, it's kind of an abstract word. What does it actually mean? Well, let's go to physics for the answer to that question, because it's very bracing and simple. Energy is the capacity to do work. So if you have more energy, you have more capacity. They're interchangeable concepts. That's wonderful news. Why? Because it means that if we can, in organizations, begin to train first individuals and then leaders and managers, and then even influence the organization itself to generate more energy, particularly more positive energy, then we can build organizational capacity in spite of all the demand. In fact, when you learn to manage energy skillfully, and we have done this work with thousands and thousands of people across multiple organizations, you get to the point where you can get more done in less time, in a more engaged way, more sustainably. But we need to take one more step on energy. So we need to ask ourselves the question, well, how does energy manifest in humans? Because for a refrigerator, all you need for energy is plug that sucker into the wall. And for a car, all you need to do is fill it with gas, still mostly gas today. But a human being needs 4 sources of energy, 4 different sources of energy. All of them are critical. None of them is sufficient by itself. And each of them influence the others. So what are they? Well, the first one is physical. That's the quantity of your energy. That's fundamental. That's the ground of all energy. Because without sufficient physical energy, everything is undermined. Even if you have a sedentary job. Just think about when you're tired. Does that affect your emotions? Does that affect your quality of thinking? Does that affect your motivation? Your motivation, of course it does. There are 4 components of physical energy. You know 3 of them, and I'll add a 4th because this one most people won't get. There's nutrition, glucose. Those of you who had a sticky bun during the break know what kind of energy that is. You're losing it right now after a nice blast of it when you ate that food. It's not a food that sustains you, but that's a key source of energy, glucose. Second one is fitness, the ability to transport oxygen through your body. The third one is sleep. We need to sleep a certain number of hours. And the 4th one is what we would call renewal or recovery. Nobody ever mentions that one. Why? Because we don't value it. Renewal, that's something for slackers. Why would that be important? Well, that's actually the X factor. That, I believe, is going to transform organizations, and I'm going to get to it in just a moment. Then there's the quality of your energy, which is emotional. That's how you feel. That's what I started out talking about in terms of the energy quadrants. So we know that there is a particular way you need to feel that I've already referred to, high positive energy. And we also know that high positive energy, this way of feeling, is something that it turns out can be systematically cultivated. It's not something that happens to you by magic. If you're lucky, sometimes it does. But you can actually learn how to cultivate that state, sustain that state, and return to that state when it gets interrupted. Then there's the focus of your energy, which is mental energy. That's the ability to collect your attention. It's control of attention. Because we know that the key ingredient mentally in getting things done is to do them one at a time in an absorbed way for a sustained period of time. Good luck, right? Our attention's under siege. There are people right now in this room doing the BlackBerry prayer so that they can move between different sources of focus. Am I right? So focus of energy is critical. And then the energy of the human spirit. That's the energy derived quite simply from serving a purpose larger than yourself. Why is that such a powerful source of energy? Because when something really matters to you, do you bring more energy to it? Of course you do.